Hey everyone, it's Alexis with So Sweet Monogramming. I wanted to come to you all today and give you a quick little favorite things video. So a lot of you all know me from Facebook. I have my group, It's So Sweet to Learn. I also have my academy, which is So Sweet Academy, where I really focus on helping hobbyists go from just kind of doing this as a hobby, embroidering as a hobby, and getting more comfortable selling your items and making money and doing what you love. So the other day I posted a couple of sites or a couple of links to some things that I like to use that I found to be very, very helpful in starting when I initially got into embroidery. And now I have them laying around. I buy them in bulk. I buy them on Amazon, and that was the easiest way for me to get everything to my group to show them. So we'll start off first with stabilizer. Whoa, there goes the stabilizer. But I'm back. I buy stabilizer, and it comes in, I think it's 100 pre-cut on there on the link. So all the links to everything that I'm going to mention for you all is going to be in the bio. So you can make it really, really, really easy, simple. Just go down, click purchase, and get it brought to your door. These are also sold in a lot of the local stores that you all may have in your town, but what's easier than having everything delivered to you? All right, so, stabilizer, let me tell you what it's for. Stabilizer, it goes between your hoops. So this one, I don't have it cut the right size for this one, but you put it in between your hoop. This one is cutaway, and it stabilizes your project on there. Simple as that. Boom. And I will do videos going forward to show you how to put your stabilizer on your hoop and how to hoop things, how to float things. I personally like to float because getting it to line up has always been a little more difficult to me. So floating works great. My next tool is a Snag Nabbit, y'all. Look at this little guy. It's a little needle, and it has a little serrated end. I'm looking around for something. Maybe I can show you all how it works. So here's a towel that I did. Let's say you do a towel, and it has one of those little loopy things where your thread just loops up for no apparent reason because your machine just decides to, I guess it's skipping a stitch or something, and it loops up. You take it right by where that loop is and you push it through. And then you pull it through the other end, and that will pull your thread back into place. So if you are familiar with embroidery and you've been doing this a little bit, you know what I'm talking about. You're just stitching along, and then you get that little loop-de-loop. In the past, before I found out about the Snag Nabbit, I would basically cut my thread and back up and stitch back over that spot. And that's okay to do. But let's say you walk away from your machine and you're like 3 colors over, or you have your single needle and you can't really figure out exactly where to back up to. You can just get it off of your project, off your hoop when you're done, Snag Nabbit it out, and boom, it looks good again. So word to the wise, keep it in this little sleeve that it comes in. All right, it's very easy to lose because it's in a clear little sleeve and it's small. So that'll also be in there, and the prices are listed also. I'm not going to do the prices because they may change, they may go on sale. I mean, there may be a sale today when I looked at it, and I don't want to quote the wrong price to you all. Now these are little applique scissors. I love these. It gets right down close to your project when you're doing applique, and you can literally cut that fabric off as you go. Okay, so applique scissors. I call them the little pelican scissors because it looks like it has a little pelican mouth. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but you know, I make up names for everything. Next, we have our spray adhesive. This one is Dritz spray adhesive. It is very good for things that I said, like floating. I like to float, so I spray it on there. I never spray it on the machine on the hoop. I always spray it on the hoop away from the machine because it can cause buildup. So you want to be careful about that. And don't spray in excess. Just kind of spray a light coat. Very, very, very important. Where is it? There we go. All right, so this is a seam ripper. You rip seams. You make mistakes, you rip it out, and you start over. Seam ripper. So what I like about this one, it has this little rubber thing on the top, and it's kind of like an eraser. So you go ahead and you rip your seam, and then you just take it across there, and it pulls the thread up for you. Or if you have some stubborn places that the thread is just kind of hanging out there, push that across there, and it will help pull it out. So we make mistakes. Start over if you can, rip it out. Tweezers. I love my tweezers. I have two kind. I think the ones that I linked on there are actually the ones with the slant tip. But I also have the ones with the like needle nose tip. And I use them both equally. I don't show favoritism. I love you and I love you. And I love you and I love you. I love them both because it this one gets into like smaller places, and this one I can just use to just, you know, quickly pull. And when I'm pulling, I either am pulling my not my stabilizer, the water Solvey, the water soluble Solvey, Sulky, all those names. That's one of my things that I'm going to show you all too coming up. But I pull it up and it's just really easy, especially on towels. I like to use this one because you don't want to grab the little loop of the towel at the same time, and then next thing you know, you've pulled your whole towel apart. You just want to use this just to get the little clear part out of there. Or once you are using your seam ripper and you have thread that you just kind of want to pull, I cut the back of it and I just kind of pull the thread out. This is perfect for that. Getting into small places. These are another pair of Snips. I love these because if I'm doing applique of something really, really tiny in a really small space I want to get into, I use these. They're spring-loaded. The ones that I linked in the bio have a 2-pack. And you can buy them in a 1-pack, but I suggest 2-pack. You want to know why? Because you might lose one of them. Or maybe that's just me. That's just me. Just me. I lose things. So if I have 2 of them, if I lose one, let me just reach down here and get the other one. All right. But if you're not loosey like me, loosey. If you're not a loser, nope, don't want that one either. If you don't lose things like I do, you can do well with just one, as long as you put it back where you need it every time. But I use this just to go around my little applique spaces, or at the end of a project, if I just have little threads that are in the way that will not unravel. I don't mean the ones that are still looped, but the ones that are just at the end, I use this to snip them away. Okay? And I just like the sound that it makes. Symthread. I linked this one. I use a lot of different threads, but I like this one because it has a lot of neon colors, and they also offer, I don't know if they're still doing it, but I know a couple months ago, if you buy their thread and you do a demo of, or you do a review, they will refund you the price. So I don't know if they're still doing that promo, but check them out. They're on Facebook. They have their Symthread site. Join that. They show you a lot of different thread options. This is a color number 030, so it's clearly marked on the bottom what the thread color is, so you can keep up with what you're running out of and reorder individually or in the pack. So I like Symthread. And it comes in a cute box of all of the threads. This was the Sulky I was telling y'all about. The Solvey Sulky water soluble stabilizer. Say that 3 times fast, okay? This one is lightweight. I prefer to use the, what is this, 7x9? Is that how, about 7 in 7/8 by 9 yards because the other one is a little longer. It's perfect for big projects, but this one I use a lot of 5x7 or 5x6 projects or on my hoop, and it's just easier just to pull it off this way, and you don't have to cut all the excess off. That way I don't feel like I'm wasting. All right, so there you go. We have a little bit of a glare, this window behind me. Okay, we're almost there. Organ needles. So I first got introduced to these needles at my sewing machine shop. This is what they carry, so this is what I went with. And then I went online and I said, you know, there's got to be a way to order this and get it sent to my door, because if I don't have to leave my house, it's a good day. I like my house, so I like having things delivered to me, and organ needles can be delivered to me. This is a 7.5. This is a 75 by 11. I ordered, I think, 100, a pack of 100, and that's what's linked there in the bio. But they're really easy to switch out, whether it's on your multi-needle or I have a single needle. There's a rule of thumb about when you should change out your needles, and there's actually a lot of talk out here in the embroidery world about how often. But honestly, if mine isn't messing up a project, or if I'm not doing something super delicate, or if it's not shredding my metallic thread, I don't really change my needles very often, or as often as I should. But don't be like me, be better than me. Change your needles. Get them in a pack of 100, and you can change them out as much as you can, and your projects will come out beautiful. Okay? So a couple things I didn't put on and all these were on my Facebook post, and then someone mentioned they wanted me to go over how all of these are used. So rather than me compiling all of my videos, I figured I'd just kind of give you a talking tutorial. So that's why I'm not necessarily showing each one of them. But this is the Disappearing Ink Mark Be Gone. I love it. I will tell you, I love one side. Unlike my tweezers, I don't love them equally, each side. I love this side a little bit better than this side. Not to say that I don't love this side. I just love this side a little bit better. And this is the air and water soluble side. The blue side is the water soluble. Now, the reason I love the purple side a little bit better is because when I'm marking things like towels or just something white or something light, I mark it with the purple, and then once I'm done, I spray it with my water bottle. It dries and it's gone. Now, this little blue guy, he hangs in there for dear life, okay? I will get done with my project, hit it with a little water, it's gone, and then my water will dry on the project, come back. Sometimes this little guy's still hanging on. Sometimes I still see that little blue mark. So it's good for if you want it to stay for a little while and, you know, you're not getting your project off the machine, hitting it with water, packaging it up to go like I do a lot of times. But if you have time to make sure that it's gone and maybe spray it one more time, this one is good. And it shows up really well. I will say that it shows up really well, but it hangs in there. This one is a little easier to get off, in my opinion. All right. And the way you know I like this side so much, I have a lot of, I don't think you can see it, but I have a lot of like bite marks on there because when I'm using it, I bite it, hold it there, mark it, put it back on there. But that's the Mark Be Gone. And I love that. It helps me find center. I have even used it if I need to use something and flip it. I will write, let's say I'm doing a sash. I do a lot of sashes. I will write Miss whatever so that when it gets on the machine, I know exactly which way the words are going. So I don't just mark center with it. I write on projects. So that's why it's kind of important for me to know that once I hit it with water, it'll be gone. Another thing that I am going to link down here in the bio is the razor. I don't have one, but I put it there because I want one. And when I get one, I'm pretty sure it will be my favorite thing. I was going to sing these are a few of my favorite things to you all, but I'll spare you. I'm not a good singer at all. But it's the razor, and you basically shave the thread that you mess up. Because we mess up every so often. It's not very often that we mess up. You know, you guys, we do very well. It's like I mess up a lot. So that razor would come in good handy. Once I get it, I plan on doing a demo of it. I will probably order it for myself soon. Okay. And then it will be delivered to my door, and I will be so excited. And I might even come on here and do a unboxing. Unboxing. So that's all that I have. I hope this is helpful to you all. I decided to do a little different. Usually I'll do a live video on my Facebook page or on my groups, It's So Sweet to Learn or So Sweet Academy. And I just thought I'd do it differently. I thought I'd start showing my YouTube page some love because I haven't put a video on here in a long time. I am sorry. Okay, I am sorry to you guys because I just neglected you and I went all Facebook Live and stuff. But I'm back, okay? I'm back and I'm going to be here doing some more videos for you all. So I'm going to go before I start rambling because I really enjoy talking on the camera. I never thought I would because I stumbled through my first Facebook Live video and my second, third, fourth, and fifth one. But now I'm pretty comfortable with it. So come check me out on my It's So Sweet to Learn page. I do live tutorials every Sunday at 5 o'clock. It's called So Sweet Sunday, live at 5. Sometimes it's like 5:10 or 5:05, but I try my best to get there at 5 o'clock. More times than not, I am on at 5 o'clock. And if I am not on, I get a substitute, which is one of my wonderful group members. They are always happy to be voluntold to do a live, and they willingly do it after I ask them. Or sometimes they'll have a project that they post and I'm like, oh, hey, that's cute. You should do that on So Sweet Sunday for me if I'm not going to be able to get to it. But that's all I have, you guys. That's it. I have rambled and talked for about 15, 16 minutes here. So I'm going to let you all go. I enjoyed it. So remember, can you all see this? I have a sweatshirt. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be pretty. All right. And everyone that knows me already knows what that means. That means sometimes your projects do not come out perfect. The process of it is not perfect. The process of our lives are not perfect. Okay. We are not perfect, but just clean it up. Make it pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be pretty. All right. So make it pretty and you guys enjoy your day. I will see you back next time. If you missed me, go to my Facebook page and just watch a couple of my old lives. I really like to cut up on there and have fun. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.